All right, well, I've got a whole lot of parts everywhere, and I need something to put them together. So today is time to actually get started fabbing stuff. First things first, I'm gonna start from this axle. So I've been debating whether or not I want to have rear suspension or not. Keep it simple or go complicated. Figure this whole thing's gonna be way over the top for what it is. Let's go complicated. So I'm gonna do some rear suspension. I'll make a swing arm for the back. I'm gonna use a combination of steel, original swing arm, and more steel. So let's get this all over there so I can pick and choose what I want to use. Now I want to try and keep it still as light as reasonable, but reasonable. So it's still gonna have some strength to it. So I figure I'm gonna do something weird with this. I'm gonna flip this around, I'm gonna hack this off, and I'm gonna build my swing arm back that way. And this is gonna be the pivot part. Not gonna need that anymore. All right. All right, now let's cut some stuff. All right, for my next trick, I'm gonna make the mounts for this axle. 3.5 inches. All right, now that I have these, let's make sure that they line up. All right, that one's good. And that one's good. So now what these are gonna do, these are gonna clamp on the bottom, and that way I can with my two nuts. So they're essentially giant washers. So I'll make them look prettier after. And they're giant washers for my lug nuts. Now, I'll need to make the real plate. So the part that's actually going to be the swingy arm. All right. And now I want to be able to slide it. So let's go to this point and let's do the exact same thing. Just make sure this one lines up the same. Yep. Okay, so then I'll need to connect those dots. But while I have these, a nice template, let's do it again. Alright, the next thing I'll need to do is make these cutouts match. I believe to do this, I'm probably gonna try a jigsaw. Now I want to make my adjusters adjustable, so I'm going to weld this bolt on there and then cut off the back. Oh, there's the other one. All right, now that I have those, that thread isn't going to do anything on here, is it? So, let's see. This is going to be the one for this side. So, what I need to do now is weld a plate on here that will be my lock, so the nuts will push it or pull it. So I'm not going to use 1/4 inch. Oh, this is not quite 1/4 inch. It's a little less. This will have good metal for me to weld. All right, now what I need to do is figure out where that hole is going to be and drill a hole, and then I can kind of slide it over and weld it on. So first thing I want to do is mark where that's going to be and drill that. So if I wanted to overlap this a little bit, we're going to want to be at this height. And if I wanted to overlap this a little bit, we're going to be at that width. And X marks the spot. Yep, that'll do. That'll do, that'll do. Hot dang. That's a nice looking little weld, isn't it? Woo! Purty. Purty. Alright, and like that, that's how it's going to work. I'll be able to loosen this one. You can slide it a little bit, like obviously once it's loose. You can slide it to wherever you want, or you could even, so you could slide it to wherever you want, and then you can tighten your nuts and lock it down, or you can even use your nut to pull it to where it needs to be. That doesn't look so hot for those screws, does it? I might have to shorten them up a little bit. All right, 11 and 5/8. Oh, one, two. Hot. Alright, now this guy is gonna go here. So it's gonna go at the opposite angle so that this is angled up. So it's out of the way of the chain from the sprocket. All right, first fabricated part, the swing arm. So this will end up bolting to the frame. I'll make a little spot here, but I got to get the rest of everything else situated and kind of figure out where this is going to go a little bit more too. Maybe I can still push off the side, or maybe get it more towards the middle, somewhere where it's gonna not interfere with this so much, as you can see, and it goes to a small sprocket, so there's a good chance there's gonna be some interference. So I want to probably try and move it somewhere, but we'll figure all that out another day. As for today, I have a swing arm. Boop. So this will be the frame where my arms are. And obviously I'll still have to do a mount for my shock. I'll do that later again when I situate this, because I probably want to set it down a little bit, so that way when it's here I don't need an extra foot before the top of the shock. I can put it down here and then have a foot, so I get a little more low. You know, get the low. All right, well, like I said, that's it for today. I got my swing arm fabricated, and probably this is the weakest part here, so I'll probably put some gussets or reinforcements on it because it's thin. We'll see, but that'll be at a later date too. That's it for today. See you next time. Buff it up, 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 buff it up.